Marry me. Today I wanted to introduce you to my video game slash program that allows the user to practice occult um, topics while in places that they normally wouldn't be able to, such as a hospital. Um, I'm utilizing Unreal Engine technology and the video game system in order to make it. This is what I have so far. And I'm gonna make uh, notes about everything and explain what my plans are for the things that actually are not made yet to give you a generalized overview of the program. Okay, this is first up is your introduction page, which you can see here. It just explains, the different things that are inside of it that you can do. It needs to be updated because the list has grown actually quite large, surprisingly. So let's click out of that. Uh, this introduction video scene is gives you a generalized view of what the game looks like, but let's hop right into it. So, first up, we have to as a note, not all these are programmed quite yet, but they will give a short explanation of what you're hovering over. That way you know exactly what you're clicking on and what it does. What I'm clicking on now is the main source of the root energy that is coming from your root chakra. Uh, I will show you at a later time because it will reset everything when I do it. The underground where you see the root chakra, and eventually I'll be adding things to do down there as well. I'm not sure quite exactly what I'm going to do. First up, books. There's many, many books. I believe I counted close to 100 already. Uh, they are different classes that I host on school. You can actually read the classes in a book format with this program by clicking on it. This book does not have a link yet. I will show you ones that do, but the books are out and about, and you can find them all over. Once you find and click on one, it will unlock it in the study. And once you talk to the librarian at the study, they will spawn inside that study. That way, it's easy for you to view at a later date. Now, the second thing we got going on, we need to have our power from the crown chakra. That is up here, and you will click on it as such. These are two power banks. You click on them, and then you get the control panel. Eventually, you'll be able to control all the crown energy from this terminal right here. But now that I have both going, everything should work. Different things require the different energies. So that's the first step. It's also your first step when you're doing actual astral keep So I try to align a lot with what you would do in the astral realm. Now let's start with our first area. We got this over. This doesn't do anything, but it does give a mystic feeling. Yep. See, these books actually have different class lessons as such. Okay, this is where you create a Book of Shadow page. Later, you'll be able to link all the pages together into a Book of Shadows. Let's type out some information. Can't spell worth crap today. Some information to. Let's name it. I am named here. I really don't know what else to use. But clicking on this, you submit it, post that it's been saved, and let's go on to the next part. Let's see. The next door would be this. This deals with death magic, and it's not death as in necromancy. It is death as in rites and rituals and honoring the dead and stuff like that. This is actually a door to the underground where you can view the root chakra and everything else. Over here, you have another thing, another door that leads to a scrying room. In that scrying room, you'll be able to search for different topics and things like that across everything that you know, and it will spit out that information. Say you want information about uh, sleep. You could type in the word sleep and it will search everything for that word and then tell you the different things that are sleep related. We also have posters that you can click, and they will also save once clicked that you know them. Once you know them, you will be able to view them at a later time. The sigil tablets do the same thing. You double click on them. I will have a pop up that lets you know you clicked on them, and it will save them. More books. Like I said, the books, the sigils, and the posters are all over. Alright, so this, I believe, is a spread. Not sure. Yeah, it is a spread. You type your question down here. What is what will okay, we got that. You've already drawn. Then we can click on the different cards. In slot one, we have 501s. It tells you what the card as a whole represents. And this is what it means in slot one of the past, present, future. So this is about past competition. Next up, we got Two of Swords, which it says that. Then it explains what the current issue is. And then it says it will end with community support. It's a Three of Cups card. But when you click on the spread, it automatically saves it. Next one over here, it draws a random card, the card being the chariot, and you click on different sections where you can see what type of deck it is. Then you go down here, and it will, when you click on it, um, it shouldn't automatically save that. I have to create a button for that, so it's not popping up every time and saving every time you switch views. But it tells you the meaning in that slot under past, present, future, as well as what that card means in general. So it's a random card draw. And I'm aware that some of these models, the 3D models, will have to be fixed due to whatever reasons. The fire room has a what I like to call a furnace. It works like a cauldron. Oh yeah, you gotta click these root things, which connects to the root chakra. Then when you click on it, it will appear. What happens with this is you type out the text you want to put on the note that you are gonna burn. Um, Named it Fred. I guess Fred now has a T. You can add eventually different herbs up to 5 that you burn with it. When you click on this, it will create an ash residue, and later things you can actually use the ash residue for, such as burying or freezing. At the end, I will show you how to view all the records. Now we come to the alchemy room. It will also have a potion maker, which I do not have installed yet, but I will go over the records and what it will be on inside that potion. Click the grinder. You type out your issue that you have, and then what you do is you click on it, and it will eventually spit out like break down your long question into segments. That way it's easier for you to tackle. I forgot to name it. So let's name it and then save it again. Alright, let's close out of it. So that's that. This one is complex. It will ask you 30 questions. So that's a lot. You click these little things and it will save the data. And let's just skip to the end. Okay, it gives you numbers. Next to the numbers will be what they mean. But once you come to the end, it does save the data. And again, I will show you that at a later date. Oh, later time at the end. With that table is create a wand. You select the sigil, select how to consecrate the wand, what element you want it to have, the wood used, the gemstone on it, any ribbons, and then you click this and it creates a saved wand. And if you notice, these are actually candles that you'll pick. Or, no, not on the one. Uh, but anyways, the candles that you make are over here. I was thinking the altar. I'll show you the altar later. It's a different spot. Again, consecration, color, sigil that you put on the candle, the shape of the candle, because the shapes do have intent used. Okay, save the candle. Here's the altar one. So you pick like the athame, the pentacle, offering dish. Things can't be picked right now. The picking has to be fixed. You pick 9 different herbs, 9 different gems, 3 different candles, everything you could put on the altar that you could think of, you have here. And then you click create it. I should have described it before. There, described it now. This room, while it's not functioning yet, its main purpose is you click on these pictures, and that is how you view all your records. This is that study I was talking about. Here's the librarian that when you click on it, it will add any and all books that have been found. This eventually will allow you to create things like wardens, golems, and stuff like that that will wander the keep. Um, I get a little turned around myself in here, so forgive me. Oh, here we have a healing one. You do here is you click on that to get power it. Click on this. You type what you want to heal. Name it. And then you come over here. When you hover, it tells you the frequency over here. And then it will detail what that frequency does. I do have to make it wrap the text down here. I'm sorry for that. I will fix it. But you click on something, click on pain relief, then click on submit, and it saves the data. If you come up here and you click on the bed here in the middle, it will play that sound that will have that effect. It will play it for 5 minutes for you, and that will help with different things. This is where it's not available yet, as you can see, but it is where you can email yourself the books of shadows. That way you could actually print them out and use them in your actual book of shadows. Uh, this room is the water workshop. The fire workshop earlier is the one that had the furnace in it. The water one has a freezer in it, a freeze altar, where, and it doesn't open the right one. But anyways, I will show you. You will be able to view different things that are frozen. It allows you to freeze things like nails, blood, broken glass, um, things that are common for a freeze spell. If you don't already know, a freeze spell helps stop someone from acting negatively on you. So you can create that there. In here, I have where this one is a Book of Shadows. Let's name it. When you click on these, you'll be able to pick a page for your Book of Shadows. If you remember, that was, I believe, the first one that we did. And then click on that. Should have saved it. Uh, Not sure. It might have saved it and just not have the pop up. This one is for taking a quiz. There'll be many different topics, but it is where you can test your knowledge and get quizzed. As you can see, I don't have it active quite yet, but it is slotted to be in the program. Uh, this one is an earth mound where you type out the description, spell word, name it. You can pick the ash. You can pick 5 gemstones, 5 herbs, everything, and it will act like it gets buried. So that should have saved it. I'm not sure because the pop up didn't appear. I may just have to add the pop ups, and that's the issue. This one is, oh, lucid dreaming. You can journal your dream, the interpretations, a description of the dream, uh, the basic location, people involved, current feelings, symbols, all that. And then when you click this button, it will save it. And as you can see, has more of those sigils and posters. This is back to where I was at the beginning. I believe I did miss one. Here. This one, it will lead you to an area where you see a bunch of different herbs. I have taken the time to add 400 different herbs. Once you learn the herb by clicking on it, you can choose to grow it for a spell. Name what you want. I'm just putting a space after, that way it saves the data. And click down here, submit, and it submitted it and saved it. So there's that. Then you got this door, which leads to the zone where you discover all of them. And another interesting tidbit is that there are three different being statues that you see. Like this one right here, it's for the Fae. Once you have enough herbs, the Fae will start teaching you fairy spells, fairy magic. There's also a draconic one and an angelic one. So that was the second one. Not sure where the third is right now. Alright. Well, as to keep to my word, we will now view all those records. Like I said, normally you do it through that room with all the picture frames, but to save time, we're doing it this way. Dreaming. Remember how I accidentally forgot to name it? Open the record. Gives me interpretations, describe, like everything that we typed out. So we can see it. Alter. Remember how we didn't name it, but remember how we used this for the description? So it now tells you, the names of everything, and uh, yeah. So this shows you the altar record. One test name. Again, these are just names up for placement reasons. Again, you can't create the one, the candle, or the altar quite yet because it doesn't have the picking thing. But this is the one that we created earlier. Healing. Remember, we named it ears because we were healing our ears. Open the record. Want to heal my ears from pain. Ears was the title. It should give the hurts I picked, but I have to fix that later. Tarot card. Brew. This is just a sample one. This is a potion one. That I said wasn't created quite yet, but it will show you 5 different herbs. The spell work, and if you click on these herbs, it will go into detail for each one. Um, like that. Like where it tells you what each herb can do. I'm gonna have to figure out, put the name of the herb somewhere. But it tells you what it does, and it's what its properties are. And then this is where you would have the information about the potion that you're making, such as spells and stuff like that. Book of Shadows. Remember we named it I Am a Friend. Info dump. And this is, you'll be able to click on. Remember we made a page that said I am named here, information to be viewed. That was page 1. So This needs a lot of work, I guess, but it's the one where it asks you 30 questions and the numbers it gave at the end match the numbers here. Again, I have to type in what each one means, and along with the question asked, the information, the name of it. Furnace, we named it Fred. Ooh, I gotta wrap that text too. And this is the 3 herbs we had for it. Gotta wrap this too. So, furnace, named it Fred. This is what we put on the note. This is the herbs that we burned with it. Grinder, named it Todd. This is the one that you tell it the issue, and then it'll spit out 10 different links to that to break it down for you. So 10 different things to break it down. You click on these buttons and it will expand on the knowledge in this section to help you understand each one. And then clicking this button will bring it back to its basic form. I don't have this one yet, and this is just a free page, like taking a note. Here's where the quizzes will be, and see, it gives you the question asked, question response, or no, this is question one, question answer, and question response. Name, description of the quiz. You get to pick what one of the questions that you want to review. Page. This is that Book of Shadows page. See description of the Book of Shadows. Trap, we don't deal with too much with right now. I don't have it. It's for the game portion of it. You create traps and such for attacking things that are attacking your keep. Semi like a mini game. This is a freeze report. So, like I said, we would go over it because it didn't show up properly, and I'll have to fix that. So, name, description, whether or not each one of these are involved in it, name of the ash. Remember how I said you could add ash to freezing? This is the ash that came from the furnace. So it has the ash's name, the description, and then down here you can click to see what herbs was in the ash. If you remember, we did the past, present, future, and it has saved that spread, as you can see. So you can view it at a later date, that spread. Soil, uh, we gotta wrap this, it looks like. Uh, the name of it, the name of the herb that you planted, uh, typed out note and list of objects that were buried with it. Type out this is a spell work we did type out. Earth. And what earth is things that something you buried and had a spell work with the burial. There's 5 different herbs, 5 different gems, ash that you buried, the description of the burial, the name of the burial, and then the spell work for the burial. Another page that we don't have added yet to the walk around to where you can actually add it, but the format for this is in a remembrance page, name of the person, and then notes about that person and things like an ancestral page. And the last one is dice. I didn't see. We have the dice somewhere, but I didn't see it outright. So, dice roll information. Um, This is for dice divination. So these would be the 5 dice numbers, and then the general meaning of it. And it looks like that is everything as far as records go. Now, let's go and. Where do I want to take you first? I think we will go with. Oh, if I can find it again. Right here. This one right here. It's loading. I might create a loading screen for it. What you're gonna see when we load it, when it finally loads, is a bunch of different herbs laid out everywhere. I don't have all 400 yet. I forgot this repops up every time. But I don't have all the herbs figured out yet. Still not done loading properly. Yeah, see, it's still loading. Let's wait for it to load. As you can see, the herbs, just like the other objects, they're semi-transparent until you click on them. There you go. I can start click on them. So this is the herb name, and this will have all the information. Here's a better one. See how it has all the information: physical, medical, general. And on the second page, magical side effects. It tells you the different uh, categories of that herb. And those are medicinal categories. But after you click it, you can see it. It's, it's what it looks like. And I will be eventually exactly what it looks like in real life. That way you can see it in the game while what it actually looks like in real life. As you can see, herbs are spread out everywhere. Alright, and let's go back up. And I will try and go to another room. Actually, I'm gonna stop it right here. Um, but that gives you a general idea of what I'm working on and why it's so advanced. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this.